Hello and welcome to turn 17, it's 511 to 554 AD, on The Mission, Early Christianity from the Crucifixion to the Crusades by White Dot Games and Ben Madison. Right, did a lot of corrections last turn, but we should be back on track now. Not an interesting turn except for one thing here. We do have the Emperor Justinian appearing, which will have a special effect just for this turn. Other than that, there's nothing really to do in the history phase other than moving the Roman army. Okay, so two effects that Justinian had. One is we actually retrieve our Rome border tile here and we put it back into Rome. So Rome is actually part of the empire now again. If it was occupied, then that would have had to retreat. Also, this turn only, any of the hordes will not enter Roman territory. So if they get an advance and they're up against the Roman control markers, they'll not actually advance. We will move the Roman army down to here, I think, to try and beat back the Vandals, maybe. That's our history phase. Secular phase, let's get our wafer out. Oh, a 2, wow, not great. Plus our 4. From our tracks. That only gives us 6. We have Christian Emperor. I did mention yesterday whether we could have got rid of the Sabellian heresy. We couldn't because the heretical emperor wouldn't go along with it. So we did the right thing here. And we've got another king or tyrant. So let's roll to see where they appear. 5, 5. 5 is here. 5, 5 is... Oh, great. So that's an E. 5, 5 appears there, outside the borders of Nubia. Is he a king, though? So we need to roll on our table, and the seat is pagan, but all the borders are Christian. Seat is pagan, all the borders are Christian. It's a king on a 1 or a 2. So let's roll. If it's a king, or it's a tyrant. It's a tyrant. So not very useful to us, but it's a defensive unit, you know. But we may have to either convert him to try and get at those wealthy parishioners there. That's our king, and then any movements. We've got C1. C's the one we didn't really want them to do. So Khazars moving forward. We have a defensive unit, the Pray for Peace. So we need a, let's see, we need a 5 or a 6 now. We don't get it. So the Pray for Peace goes. It's a vulnerable unit, so it moves on. And yeah, not great for that. D2, again, we're nowhere near the Roman Empire, so Justinian's got nothing to do with this. Do we have a defensive unit here? We don't. So the Turks move 1. Then they move 2. Great, they've got all the way down there. Wow, there's a lot of protection needed here and we can't do very much about it. Okay, well then just pay out some money to tell them to go away. And finally we've got F2. The Vandals would move, but they'll hit the Roman Empire and Justinian will throw them back automatically. So that's dealt with that. That's our wafer done. Still a bit smarting for the lack of solidus there, but into our religious phase. I'm wondering whether we could try and convert the Khazars. So they are 1, 2, 3. They have 3 territories, so it cost us 3 solidus to do it. And he has 2 lands, so it's a 1 or a 2. So it cost us 3, and we need a 1 or a 2. That's really expensive. Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. We'll certainly have to send out our Bible here. The university protects the scholars here. The aesthetics here and the aesthetics here. Well, all we can really do is send the Syriac Bible out. I think we'll have to place it here. And what else shall we do here? We've got our hospital here, that's great. We can use the Roman army to push the Vandals back. That would be good. So if we can get back to those slaves, it would be useful. We don't have to worry too much about the Vandals because they are tolerant. One thing we do definitely need to do is to buy some Melkites here. So I'm going to spend a bunch of money, probably 4 solidus, to buy 4 Melkites. Now I'd like to bring back, is it this track or this track? We're more likely to keep our 3 areas. So I think I'm going to try and put the Melkites here on the Asian faith. That leaves us only 2 solidus. That 2 that we pulled there was not great. We will use the Armenian Bible to cover this area, I think. So I think I'm going to be sneaky here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to try and convert these slaves with this bishop. Go on then. So we need a 4, 5, 6 for a +1. And we do. Great, okay. Or flock. That takes us down to 1 solidus, and I think I will use the monastery to keep it for next turn. Hopefully we can get a good chunk, because if we get the schism sorted here, this will add to our secular phase solidus intake. So that's our turn. We have some apostasies to deal with. We will lose Mongolia. We will lose Alania as well, because they're behind the pagans, and these are not tolerant. Neither of these are tolerant. Nothing else on apostasy anywhere else, I don't think. We need to use our Latin Bible here, so we will do that to keep the Saxons from sorting out the Irish. And that's it, I believe. So that was turn 17, and turn 18 will be up on the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that. Until then, bye for now.